Steve, you said defense was kind of what you wanted to see tonight. What did you see out of your defense, particularly there in the first quarter?
I thought we were better at times. We got a good stretch there in the first half where we made some stops and strung together some really good plays offensively. Shared the ball, did a nice job getting out to that lead at halftime, and then the fouls came back in the third quarter. I think they shot 17 free throws in the third, which is an outrageous number, and so that was disappointing. But some good, some bad, but another game under our belts, and we've got a lot of work ahead. But slowly but surely, we're getting better.
Steve, was that basically the rotation you're looking at? Poole and Pascal coming in as the first subs, and D'Angelo and Draymond to start the second quarter and that kind of thing.
Well, to this point, we have been playing Steph and Draymond the whole quarters. And tonight was the first time we shifted it just to see what it looked like. And we'll see. We've got, we'll probably have Looney, on opening night. We'll see how that factors in. I would say that's the key sub pattern that you guys are looking for, and you're on it. Do we take Draymond out, bring him back to start the quarter with D'Angelo in the second and the fourth, or do we leave Draymond and Steph out there together? And that's something we'll have to figure out.
Much of the first quarter was pretty ugly, I know, but what did you think of the way D'Angelo kind of recovered and played the rest of the game? It looked like he kind of found some rhythm there over the course of the game. He's
just such a skilled player that no matter what happens, he's going to find his way into 20-plus points, and he's a tremendous passer. So putting him, into high screens and letting him pick people apart, he's gonna find the flow. And one thing I like about him is that he doesn't get discouraged. He just plays. And so after the slow start, he really picked it up. He was fantastic.
Coach, you told us that Glenn Robinson was a starter going into opening night. What did you think of his performance tonight?
I thought he was good. I mean, Glenn is just rock solid. He knows his role. He understands it. He's a good three-point shooter, but he's got more to his game than I realized. I always looked at him as a spot-up three-point guy, but he's a good cutter. He understands our split game and our movement, and he's enjoying himself out there. And so I'm really happy Glenn's here.
Not sure if you answered or not, Steve, but the third preseason game here, Steph was making some pretty crazy threes out there. You feel like he's already in mid-season form in this new building?
Yeah, I mean, Steph, our very first game looked like he was in better shape than anybody. That was, 2 weeks ago. So he's in a good place. I just talked to him and asked him, how he felt, and he said he felt good. He said he got a little, I think he said grabby when he was fouling there in the third quarter. But all in all, his conditioning's great. He's in a really good place. I think he's ready to have a big year.
Sort of on that, you had Steph and Draymond both play over 30 minutes. Was that the plan? And even subbing Steph back in there pretty late in the fourth quarter, was that just to get him, extra time, extra shots?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was to try to get those two and D'Angelo, up around 30. Maybe a little bit more. D'Angelo got into foul trouble, so he ended up at 28. But, we don't play for 5 days, I guess, 6 days. It's different. We've been playing on Tuesdays recently and in recent years, and this year we don't play till Thursday, so there's a pretty decent sized break now before our first game. So we felt good about ramping the minutes up, and now we've got to find a way to get some rest and get some work in the next 4 or 5 days before we open up.
Coach, you used yet another coach's challenge. Are you getting the hang of when to use those, and what do you think of it overall throughout the preseason?
Well, I don't like the review system at all, other than buzzer beaters. I would prefer we got rid of everything except for end of quarter buzzer beaters. So I'm not a fan, but I figured I might as well use the preseason to try it out, and so I feel like I'm getting a better better feel for it. I'm 2 for 4, so, you know, it's like life. Win some, you lose some.
You mentioned the big break coming up. How do you kind of plan to attack it?
We're going to take tomorrow off, and then we'll have a good practice on Sunday. And I'd like to have good practices Tuesday and Wednesday, so Monday's kind of the question mark. I may have the young guys come in. Haven't decided yet, but we'll practice Sunday first.